So again, hopefully this is all going to be recorded. Of course, most of you should all know me. I'm Kevin Greenspan from Greenspan Wellness Center here in Black Mountain, and we're right in the middle of this whole, COVID-19. Everybody's staying at home. We've got the stay-at-home order. So, first of all, I got to let you know I was definitely and still am a little conflicted on the gee, should I have my office open for everybody? Because just being a chiropractor, getting adjusted is the best thing in the world for having a healthy body. But we've been so warned about not saying to people, hey, you're going to come in and get an adjustment and you're not going to get coronavirus because of it. That's just not realistic. Adjustments make your body function as healthy as it possibly can be. So we were in the office doing that, while this was all unfolding, and we were using all of the sanitation guidelines, by the CDC, and wiping every surface down constantly. And for those of you that came in and out of the office during that time period, you saw we were definitely making a very conscious effort to keep everybody safe. But with the advent of this thing spiraling up on us, I really firmly believe now the safest thing is for everybody that can be to just stay home and just have safe separation between each other. I'm, as you all know me, I'm a very social person. I like to give hugs and go on hikes and be around people. I'm very social. So this has been very challenging for me and my family, for Lisa and I. And I wanted to share some helpful information, with all of you, and let you know that I'm going to be available. We're going to set up time slots for me to specifically speak with the group of neuropathy people versus I'll have a time slot to speak with people that are doing the weight loss program and or our red light technologies and our chiropractic patients, people that are in pain. So I am going to have a lot of information for you that I'm actually excited about sharing with you. Okay, so number one, okay, we can utilize this time period because we're quarantined, okay, for the most of us. So we can use this time period to really reflect, try and get our lives more centered about what's important to us and not about, us living our lives for everybody around us. So it's a great time for that. It's a great time to learn new things. All of a sudden, you've got all kinds of time on your hand. So knowledge is power. There's all kinds of YouTubes to learn about anything on the planet that you wanted to learn. There's all kinds of audiobooks. There's online webinars and information like you're listening to How to Be Healthy, listening to me right now. There's all kinds of other self-help type information online and available because you've got the time to do that right now. So the big theme here that I want to share with everybody is let's get healthier. Let's not just slowly get sicker, because it's like, oh yeah, hurrah, no work, we're home, forget it, watch TV, just sit home, don't exercise, don't eat right, eat a bunch of crap. Now I'm going to tell you, I espouse the lifestyle that I walk the talk. I really try hard, and Lisa and I live a very healthy lifestyle. But during this last week, I'm going to tell you, I have not been eating very appropriately. I've put on several pounds. It's not my normal status quo. So you're not alone in this, okay? I'm affected by it also. Somebody that's been very, very actively involved in maintaining an active, healthy lifestyle. I've been affected by this. So let's talk about, well, what can we do? Okay, because we'd rather pop out the other side healthier than being sicker, right? So let's figure out some different things we can do. Okay. All right. So first of all, you want to make sure. I know you've heard it again and again, but this is the time now. Let's utilize this time period, not to just, oh yeah, I know I need to do that. I should do that. I've heard about. Forget all of that. Okay. There's trying to be healthy, and there's being healthy. There's trying to have a healthier lifestyle, and there's creating a healthier lifestyle. So not that you don't want to think about it as a temporary venue. Okay. It's not like I'm on a diet for a little bit of time or, I'm going to, exercise for the next month or so. Now I'm going to go like crazy. No, it's about moderation, and it's about having healthier lifestyle habits incorporated into your lifestyle, into your day as you go through your day, both now while we're quarantined. And we'll talk about when the quarantine is over, how to continue these, healthy lifestyle habits. I'll have tools for you. Okay. So it's really about digging in, okay? And it's about, hey, especially now, while we got this time frame with the time, let's draw the line in the sand. We're not going to try anything. We're going to do it. We're going to be a bunch of doers, okay? So first of all, we've got, for those of you that are in our different service programs, whether it's red lights with weight loss or neuropathy or chiropractic or getting lasered or using our neon track machine, there's all kinds of services, as you've come to be aware of, that we offer in the office. Now, most of those services have got an online portal That's a big part of the value in the package that you're doing with us. Okay, it's all this information that gets delivered right into your household, right into your phone, right into your laptop, wherever you get your digital information from. I've got great information for you. Okay, so one thing we're going to do is, I'm going to give you my email address is kevin@greenspanwellnesscenter.com. So send me an email with, some of the challenges that you and or your family is going through. What type of programming would you be interested in me bringing into your household for you? Number one, those programs that I was telling you about, the body site programs, if you're not signed up for that, you definitely want to drop me an email with your email address. Okay. So I can get you signed up for that immediately. Okay. So we've got all kinds of great, here's like a program for somebody that enters into the office as an acute chiropractic patient. In other words, lots of musculoskeletal aches and pains. So we've got like a gentle stretching exercise program, how to eat non-inflammatory foods. It'll help get rid of a lot of joint pain. So I've got that. Then we've got, okay, I'm beyond that. I'm getting better. I've been doing chiropractic for a while, or I've had a healthy lifestyle. Give me some great exercises. I'm feeling claustrophobic in my house. So we've got that. We've got moderate exercises. We've got exercises for more athletic endeavors. I love getting on YouTube. I've got a little bicycle trainer in my house. Basically, it's a little triangle. I set my road bicycle rear wheel in this triangle, so the bike is now standing up. So I get on that, and there's all kinds of YouTube programs from professional bicycling groups, GNC, Golf November Charlie. Okay, GNC Bicycling is out of England, I believe it is. And they do a great job, okay, of giving you bike training stuff like the 20-minute, fat burning workout, 1 hour longer ride, a hill climb. And there's all kinds of that kind of stuff on YouTube, and for all kinds of other sports as well. So first and foremost, I want you to get enrolled in that body site program, okay? Because also that program is going to give you 24/7 access to Lisa and I via the messaging system that's built into the platform. And then we're also going to slowly be building in videos and other information as content on the body site program. So when you sign into your body site, you'll have a set of logins if you don't already. And then there'll be like bonus material, bonus content. You want to go there and look at that because we're going to keep on putting more of that on there. Okay, so Lisa's email address, by the way, is lisa@greenspanwellnesscenter.com. So probably if you're having metabolic issues, you're in our weight loss curricula, I'd say probably reach out to Lisa, my wife, Lisa. Neuropathy, chiropractic, anything else, reach out to me, Kevin at Greenspan Wellness Center, okay? All right, so the other thing is, for those of you that are utilizing our products on any of our programs, they can all be drop shipped. So just, send me an email with, what it is that you're getting low on, what you need. We'll get it ordered for you. We'll drop ship it at your house. Okay, it's the wonderful part of the whole Blueprint network is that the majority of those services and programs are done from your home. In fact, now I've got a version of the neuropathy program that's completely done from home because we can't get to the office right now. We have no choice. Okay, so the products can be drop shipped. Of course, now for anybody that's already like in the middle of a package or a program of like utilizing our contour lights or coming in for the neuropathy treatments in the office, as soon as we get the clear bill of health, we can all get out and walk around again. We'll open the office back up and we'll pick back up. So you've got a really nice opportunity to continue on with the nutrition and the lifestyle changes right now. Get a big jump on it. Be really good on all that, okay? Then you come back after we open the office back up again for the in-office treatments, and you'll keep going further and further. And of course, we're going to create different gifts for folks for being patient with us. We appreciate your patience. We're a small business. I'm spending my days, on the phone with Securities Commission and getting everybody unemployment for the staff and making sure that we're in queue for assistance financially for small businesses, etc. So it's not been an idle time. Okay, so the other thing I want to speak to you about is this is a great time for doing personal growth work. What is personal growth work? It's kind of, I'm 60 years old now, so I've lived through many different blocks of time and decades in my life. So the personal growth concept kind of comes through your whole life. When you're trying to, it's about making time to become the person that you would like to be for your family, for your friends, for your community. So it's about, ridding, childish habits and trying to incorporate more professional habits that are going to get you and the people around you to a better place. So the personal growth work, Tony Robbins is a great personal growth speaker. David Bayer, Esther Hicks, all these people, you can Google their names on YouTube and they've got phenomenal how to be the best you can be type stuff on there. Okay. So it's a great time to gain knowledge. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is going to make you more saleable when this is all done. So you've got 6 weeks, 8 weeks, a couple of months for those of you that quarantine in your house with an internet connection. You've got 2 months of some solid time to, maybe get up earlier than your family. If you've got family members in the house with you, we understand those challenges and we'll talk about that as well. But you can get up early. We call it grinding. You get up at 4 o'clock in the morning before the family gets up at 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. You take a couple of hours to read some books, get on YouTube with a pair of earbuds so you don't wake the family up. Learn some good information. Make your skill set more valuable. Okay, what else we got? It's an emotional time. It's an emotional time. Honor your emotions. There are people that do wonderful emotional release work about just, hey, we're under a lot of stress and anxiety right now. So it's a really good thing. There are people that are very skilled in speaking with you and getting you to articulate, exactly what emotionally is going on for you. And then you can kind of visualize it as an entity and they kind of help you to kind of think about ridding this entity out of your body. Or like an example is if you're under a lot of fear, which who's not under a lot of fear right now, right? So one concept like a visualization you can do is think about taking all that angst, all that fear that's all welled up in your body and blowing it into a balloon, let it blow out, and then put some helium in that balloon and then tie it off and let it go. Because that fear isn't going to do anything good for you in your life, okay? So there's people that are really good with just kind of creating those simple little tool sets for ourselves to have better control over our emotions, because our emotions are really what you're thinking about is what you're going to feel like inside, okay? So a lot of this is about, goal setting and, thinking about the greatest thing that can happen to you during this time period, after this time period. Esther Hicks does a lot of discussion about launching rockets of desire, she calls them. So in other words, you've heard, I'm sure by now, about the law of attraction. So, and I'm going to kind of ramble about a lot of things, okay? I'm just, as things pop in my mind that help me to deal with my emotions and get me in a good feeling place and enable me to help more people as I think of those tools, I'm going to share them with you, which is what I'm doing right now, okay? So there's been a lot of work done in the growth professional and personal growth work field about what it is that you're thinking about is going to be what you're going to be feeling about, and what it is that's going to get created in your life, the law of attraction. So here's an example, okay? In the Linus Comics series, okay, the Charlie Brown stuff, you got the one guy that's got the cloud around him of dirt all the time. He's bent over like an Eeyore character, and everything bad's going to happen. If it can happen, if anything bad can happen to somebody, it's going to happen to me. So you've got what you think about is the law of attraction. So typically people that have that type of mindset are unfortunately very plagued with negative phenomenon around them all the time, because that's what they're saying is going to happen to them. So they're creating it. Now you can also take that same type of phenomenon, the law of attraction, and of course, for trying to get yourself to a better state, turn it around. A guy named Jeff Olson wrote a great book called The Slight Edge. And Mr. Olson, in his book, and he's interviewed a gazillion different successful people, okay? In his book, he talks about life doesn't go on an even keel, okay? We have different lifestyle choices that we make, different habits, different disciplines that we either have or don't have that are going to slowly change our life. And he talks about this in detail in his book. It's a great book. And it basically just talks about, we don't have to make like a monumental change like right now. That's just too much, okay? But what really makes more realistic change that's more longer lasting in your life is to slowly develop healthier, more positive lifestyle habits, and at the same time, decrease the negative lifestyle habits. because you're either going to do this over time or you're going to be doing this over time. So you might as well be on the upside of that curve and be doing good things for yourself, right? So he talks a lot about that in the book, The Slight Edge. So, it's kind of like if I go eat a triple quarter pounder Big Mackey thing right now, I'm not going to walk out and die dead of a heart attack, okay? But you can guarantee if I keep eating that bad food like that, and that's all that I'm eating again and again and again, you're definitely not going to do well, okay? So that's the slight edge. So we'll talk more as I try and bring more tools into your home about having those positive lifestyle changes, implementation, okay, the do thing instead of the try thing. I'll show you a lot about how to do stuff, okay? So the first thing I want you to do is we're trying to stay healthy, right? The first thing is we all want to stay healthy. Get some water in your body. Lisa did a little Facebook post. Hopefully you're checking our Facebook page because we're going to keep putting more and more information on that, okay? Lisa did a Facebook post, kind of comical, about some water and how to drink water, okay? So here we go. I've got this glass of water. Now, one thing I realized the last few days is my skin was starting to get dry. Of course, now I'm butchering because I shaved myself today and I hadn't shaved for a couple of days. But my skin was starting to get dry, and it's not like me to have real dry, itchy skin. And then I realized I'm not in my normal water routine. And I share this with my patients all the time, okay? So basically, you want to be able to quantitate and keep track of your water. So, we've all heard the mnemonic about your body weight versus how many ounces. Here's the deal, guys, okay? Forget the drinking a gallon of water. It'd be great if you could do that, okay? Let's shoot for a half a gallon of water. If the average person out there listening to me right now drank a half a gallon of water a day, okay? That'd be way better than what we've been doing, okay? So my skin was starting to get dry. I realized that a lot of my water intake, I'd always drink a couple of glasses of water before I left the house, and then I'd drink a glass of water on my way to the office. And when I got to the office, I bring the glass in with me, and the first thing I do is fill it up, drink a glass of water. And I watch that glass throughout the day. Whenever it's getting lower, I fill it back up again. Okay, here we go. Great quiz question for everybody, okay? How do I know if I'm drinking enough water? Okay, that's right. You know you're drinking enough water because you're going to be running to the bathroom all day long and peeing, okay? So if you're not having to urinate a lot throughout the day, you probably need to up your water. If you look at your urine and it's intense in its odor, or if it's colored real strong, that can be a sign of it being you are dehydrating. Okay. Now, of course, you can take different vitamins. Some like sometimes if you eat, there's a certain green vegetable. If you eat, I think it's either broccoli or asparagus. I think it's asparagus. Eat a lot of asparagus. Your pee smells really strongly. Okay. So they can be healthy things going on that give you an aromatic urine output as well. Okay. All right, let me see what else we're trying to talk about here. Okay, so calendarize everything. Really, the best thing for you to do during this time period, and I'd encourage you to do it this afternoon or do it tomorrow, is to break out your calendar. And by the way, for those of you that may have just joined, you've joined on late on this is all being recorded. So I'm just giving you a bunch of, hey, look, we're all stuck in the house. Let's get healthier instead of sicker. So that's if you're in the middle of that, don't worry, I'm going to send you out the recording, okay? Okay, so let's see what else we talk about. Okay, so personal growth work, learning new skills, calendarizing the day, okay? So, you can think about stuff all day long, okay, but it's the action. And action is the very best defense against, getting stuck in fear and getting immobilized and freezing. You don't want to freeze during this time period, guys, okay? You want to utilize it for positive things in your life. We're trying to utilize it for growth work and getting like popping out the other side of it in a better state than you were before all this COVID-19 thing started, okay? All right, so let's talk about body movement now, okay? So first of all, and we'll talk more about this on individual Zooms that I'm going to do with the different types of services, so if you're a neuropathy patient, we'll talk specifically about neuropathy and weight loss, etc. So those are coming up, and we'll talk about that. All right, so you can get online, and you can do, YouTube has all kinds of exercise stuff on it. I talked to you about the bicycle exercises. If you're in bad shape or you're in ill health, you can do exercises from your chair, real simple little yoga stretches and exercises. Just go on YouTube, youtube.com, and then in the search bar, or have your children or your grandchildren, the grandkids are the greatest ones to help you do this technical stuff. Hopefully you've got some grandkids in the house with you. But get them to type into you got to go to youtube.com first. So you're in YouTube on your browser. Then in the YouTube search window, search for whatever kind of physical activity you want. Golf stretches, best stretches for runners, uh, you know, stretches for arthritic older patients, gentle yoga stretches, and more aggressive if you want to be more aggressive. Okay, if you're a pounding down Kitsuma and Black Mountain bicyclist, then you want to get on for a hardcore mountain bike exercises for the off season. It's like snow skiers. Okay, do these crazy exercises during the summertime. It was kind of fun. I used to work with a guy when I was a young man, when I was in construction. Taught me how to walk on my hands when I was younger as a gymnast. But this guy, whenever he had a break, he'd set up like a cement block over here and a cement block over here and a couple of them behind a board across it. And he'd get that set up, vertically in front of him. And he'd just jump back and forth across that whenever he had spare time. He was a snow ski guy. His whole life is centered around the snow ski. So there's lots of simple, physical things that you can do in the areas that are of interest to you. Or, hey, it's a great time to create some other interests as well, some healthy lifestyle, new interests, okay? I always try and encourage people, sometimes patients just say, well, you know what, Dr. Greenspan, I'm just not an exercise person, okay? And, they may be, a larger, framed person that comes from kind of a family of bigger people. And it's just not been the family's thing to get out there and exercise a lot because genetically they're bigger and maybe not as athletic, and it's just not their forte, okay? So, what I like to try and encourage you, because moving your body is really, really healthy for you, okay? Whether you like the exercise thing or, not exercise, if you want to be around longer for your family and, more functional and be with them, be able to play with your grandkids as long as you can, you want to try and have a healthy body. So again, I'll encourage, even if you don't have to be an athlete to, again, we're talking the slight edge. Talked about a book from Jeff Olson, The Slight Edge, talks about doing more and more things that are going to be advantageous for you and reducing the things that are not so advantageous for you. So little by little by little, guys, that's all we're talking about here, okay? It doesn't take huge changes, okay? If you used to like to dance, hey, get on YouTube and do some dancing and then by yourself, in the corner of the room somewhere, okay? So there's, all kinds of, also one thing that really helps Lisa and I, and of course, leading all up to this has been very, very stressful, those decisions about keeping the office open or not. You can imagine what we're going through on that. So one thing that we've done before and when we continue to do that is we have a morning routine. And the morning routine is about starting your conscious day. As soon as you wake up, there's a meditation that we do. And we have different meditations that we do. But, the meditation is about just calming everything down. It's about slowing down the thoughts that are in your brain. In fact, there's a guy that did a real lot of interesting work. His name is still doing it. His name is David Bayer, Bayer. And he spent a lot of time, and he's got these great YouTube things. They're like freebies. He'll send them out. And if you want to do more work with him, he's got growth work available from, the housewife wanting to be a little more comfortable in her space around her home, to corporate executives running gazillion-dollar businesses and how to blow those up. Okay, so he's really, really good at all that. But, one of the concepts that he talks about that it just blew me away when I heard it. Because I'm talking about your thoughts now, right? About the meditation, calming down your busy thoughts. So David Bayer came up with this concept where he talks about your thoughts are not your thoughts. And so when you understand that, so what does that mean? Okay, so what that means is that as human beings, where we have been genetically or designed by God, or everyone, I think you came on this planet, okay? We have been designed to be hunters and gatherers. And so we've been taught, okay, our genetics kind of does that for us, okay? So what we want to do is we want to make sure that, we're having that busy lifestyle. So our thoughts are about survival genetically. It's, how are you where's the next food coming from? That's why we have such a problem with obesity. Food is so easy to get. So when we have that genetic strong desire, if there's food available for survival, to eat that food, okay? So, where David Bayer talks about your thoughts are not your thoughts, what he's trying to get you to understand, and he articulates it really well in his work. I'll suggest anybody this is sparking any interest for you to go online and check out his stuff. But he talks about, if you want to the slight edge thing. You're trying to go from point A to point B. You want to really get clear about where the point B is. So the David Bayer thing is in trying to harness more of your conscious thoughts to be thoughts that are going to get you what you would like to see, do, or have happen in your life. That's what Esther Hicks calls launching rockets of desire. It's spending conscious thinking about what you would like to see happen in your life. Okay, because we naturally don't do that. We naturally want to think about every problem that is presented to us. We want to solve problems. We want to be busy, especially guys, right? Guys, hey, we're busy, we're busy, we're busy, we're busy. As long as we're doing, we're productive, we're good, we're getting things done. But there's other ways to spend your energy. Okay, so he spends a lot of time getting you to understand that there's the subconscious thoughts and there are our conscious thoughts. And the big changes that are if you have any prayer of your changes happening big time in your body, you've got to get that work into your subconscious mind. So it gets on autopilot and things are getting done. And those things have to be things that resonate with you in here. So if you can kind of set your life up so you're doing the things that really feel good to you, obviously you're going to be getting the zest, they call it, getting the zest out of life and feeling good. Yeah, baby, let's do it. Things are doing great. Okay. So I've been kind of rambling for a long time now. I guess I'm kind of getting excited because I do have tools to help you both physically, emotionally, and with the different problems that I appreciate you've entered into my world of Greenspan Wellness Center for some guidance on those areas. And so I'm really going to work hard on trying to make myself and Lisa available to give you that information. So the walkaway is searching out information to utilize while you're quarantined in your house, okay, while you've got this extra time on your hands. So I'm going to suggest that you drop me an email or Lisa an email. It's either Kevin, Kevin, or Lisa, Lisa, at greenspanwellnesscenter.com. And let us know what some of your struggles are, emotionally, what's going on. If you got a family member yourself, you slipped and you fell and this is bothering you, it hurts, send me an email. Tell me what's going on. I'll either get on the phone with you or I'll do one of these where you and I can interact personally. And it's like a teleconference thing. We can do that. So it's very simple. We can put that together just like you're listening to me right now. Okay, so Kevin at greenspanwellnesscenter.com, Lisa at greenspanwellnesscenter.com, greenspanwellnesscenter.com is our website. Our Facebook page is probably going to be a good one to be watching throughout this, and we'll try and be really good at giving you up-to-date information on that. And our Facebook page is facebook.com/Greenspan Wellness Center. And I'll get back on, I'll send everybody some emails. Also, if you're going to reach out to me, let me know whether texting you, emailing you, what's the best way to communicate with you, okay? And if you're interested in getting some personal one-on-one time with either Lisa or myself, also in your email to us, why don't you let us know what your time is. When's a good day? When's a good time? And we'll make it happen, okay? I miss you guys. I really miss you a lot. You have no idea how much I miss putting my hands on you. Okay, we'll get through this. Yeah.